just to win, but win very big. In almost all his speeches in the run-up to the elections, the Prime Minister has set the BJP a target of 370 and the NDA a target of about 400 plus. For the BJP to win almost 67 seats more than it did in 2019, it will have to perform. Let's not make any mistake here, out of its skin really, in the east and south. Remember the BJP, and I'll just show you those numbers, viewers. In the north, the BJP has an almost unsurpassable strike rate. Here, of the 225 seats, it won 203, which is a strike rate of 90%. Factoring in anti-incumbency, the BJP is likely to at best match the 2019 tally. If it goes beyond, it is safe to say that it will have set a record that will be hard to eclipse. In the west, Gujarat, it has won 100% contests against the Congress. There's no room to grow in Maharashtra. That has the second largest pie of seats in the Lok Sabha. The BJP is hoping to equal its performance of 2019. But the state with 48 seats is proving hard to call either way because of the plethora of twists and splits, viewers, in the opposition ranks, as well as, of course, the ferment in the NDA there also. In the east, the BJP has room to grow only in Bengal and Odisha. Most pollsters, however, say that the BJP's growth in these states will be at best incremental. I'm talking about the BJP per se, not the NDA. Not exponential for tactical reasons. The BJP has pulled its punches in Odisha against the Patnaik-led BJD and looks set to enter into an alliance. But in Bengal, the BJP will find it hard to beat Mamta's ground game. BJP diehards say, be prepared for a huge surprise in Bengal. But given that Mamta is no pushover, as the assembly election result proved, the going will be very tough. And that's why, if the PM's 370 prediction is to come true, all analysts are looking closely at the BJP's prospects in the south. The south has 129 seats across 6 states. Of these 129, the BJP has only won 29 in 2019. 25 of those came from Karnataka alone. Karnataka, in BJP's law, has always been known as its gateway to the south. But given the drubbing it received in 2023 assembly elections, the BJP has a lot of ground to regain against the Congress. But the Congress has scored recently some avoidable self-goals, viewers. Can a BJP that has leadership issues at the state level and a baggage, forgettable stint at the state level take advantage? Can an opportunistic alliance with the JDS take it closer to bagging the 25 seats it won the last time? Will Modi on the ticket be the differentiator like it was the last time? That is the fundamental question. Let's pose these questions now to Tejasvi Surya. Viewers, we are now joined by one of the BJP's brightest sparks in its ranks, the next gen ranks. He's also a leader of the party at the youth level. And of course, he's a member of the Lok Sabha from Bengaluru South. His name is Tejasvi Surya. In fact, he needs no introduction. We will ask him why, despite the BJP's lackluster performance at the state level, the party will perform as well as it did in 2019 in Karnataka, because that's really the expectation that the leadership has of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that will at least do, if not as well, then better than its 2019 showing. And who better to speak to about the BJP's prospects than one of their most well-known and perhaps best established leaders now in Karnataka. Tejasvi Surya, thank you very much. Straight off question to you. How do you see the BJP's prospects in Karnataka? It's the gateway to the south. We know that the Prime Minister wants the BJP to get 370. And obviously the south will play a critical role. And your state, where the BJP has 25 MPs from, will play a critical part in that numbers calculation or matrix.
Absolutely, Rahul. Good evening. Karnataka has and Karnataka will play a very important role in the BJP's Mission 370 plus that the Prime Minister has set for all of us. The Vidhan Sabha elections are fought on a different narrative, different set of leaders, the issues are different, and the voters approach the Vidhan Sabha elections with a different mindset. The collective intelligence of the Indian electorate is unmatched. So they are very clear about the distinctions between leaders, narratives, issues and the impact between Vidhan Sabha elections and the general elections. So the people of Karnataka, I can tell you with a lot of conviction, after having travelled the state, after having interacted with our cadre, after having moved across the state and interacted with various sections of people, they are waiting for the general elections to go and repose their faith in the Prime Minister once again. Rahul, the last 5 years, rather the last 10 years of Modi rule has seen massive development in Karnataka across all spheres. From infrastructure to education, to our doubling of our airports, to the modernization of our rail facilities, to smart city mission, which has in fact given a fillip to the city's infrastructure, whether it is in Bengaluru, Mangaluru, Belagavi, Davangere, Hubli, Dharwad, or the social sector schemes, whether it is the Jandhan mission, the Jal Jeevan mission, the Ujjwala mission, and in urban constituencies like mine, Jan Aushadhi Kendras, the Swanidhi street vendor loans. So all of these have kind of, buttressed the Prime Minister's support in the constituency and in the state. And I can, with a lot of conviction, tell you that we will not only be retaining the seats that we have already won, we will only be doing better.
We'll only be doing better. That's a very, very optimistic first statement, first remark from Tejasvi Surya. Let me ask you this, Tejasvi Surya, why then did you feel the need to tie up with the JDS, a party that many people, including some of your own leaders, have said is ranks are swollen with the corrupt? In fact, if I just take over some of the sound bites that you yourself have made about the JDS, I don't think I need to repeat them. Why would you need the JDS then?
Rahul, the biggest enemy, the political opponent for us, whether it is in India or whether it is in Karnataka, is the Congress party. Therefore, it is natural that all energy, all resources, all political parties that agree to come with us to defeat the Congress come together and support this mission. Because the Congress party, both here in Karnataka as well as across the nation, has been the biggest detriment for the country's progress. In the last 7 to 8 months, ever since the Congress party has taken over in Karnataka, the headlines are of electricity crisis, worsening drinking water crisis in Bengaluru, a bomb blast for the first time in almost a decade in a city like Bengaluru, Pakistani slogans raised after the Congress party's victory, large machetes and communally provoking sloganeering done by religious radical groups in different parts of the state. Karnataka, which was a budget surplus state, is now reeling under huge debts. We are irresponsibly crossing the FRBM Act limits. The state is being pushed towards bankruptcy. Investments have decreased. The dole-based developmental model the Congress and Siddaramaiah has set up has left no money, by their own admission. The Congress's own admission has left no money for developmental work in the state. So the JDS has also come and joined hands with us because they want to, in the larger picture, defeat the Congress party in the best interests of the state. Because the Congress is the biggest political opponent, the Congress is also the biggest detriment to the state's and the nation's development. It is in this context that the alliance is important.
So are you saying that you are drinking the wish only to defeat the Congress, which is a larger problem? Is that what you're saying?
You are paraphrasing and putting words in my mouth which I have not said. I would only say that we need all energy. We need every ounce of energy, we need every resource available, every kind of support that is necessary, political, to defeat the Congress party. And we are happy that the JDS has realized that the Congress is the biggest obstacle, the biggest detriment to the people of Karnataka in their quest for progress. And the JDS has realized that the only way that the country can progress is under the leadership of the Prime Minister.
But does this
So
also
when
mean,
political parties
Mr. Surya,
understand the impact of the Prime Minister,
Okay.
the leadership of the Prime Minister are coming to support us, then as a political party, we must be welcoming and opening doors for every political party, every political leader.
Okay.
If they are coming to under the umbrella of the Prime Minister's leadership.
Okay, some people say that is opportunism of the worst kind, and you know that the Congress has said that about several leaders who have joined the BJP in the course of the run-up to the Lok Sabha election, some of them that were deemed corrupt by the BJP itself. But I want to ask you, and this is an assurance that you must give to the people of Bengaluru and of course Karnataka, that look, if there are corruption cases that have sort of been talked about, the Lokayukta is investigating certain cases, against JDS leaders, they will not be put on the back burner, that some washing machine will not be operating in the back.
Rahul, the Prime Minister's commitment to clean politics, transparent politics and systems with integrity is beyond reproach. One of the characteristic features of the Narendra Modi government over the last 10 years has been corruption-free government at the highest levels in the country, and also a concerted war on corruption all across the country, especially with people with tainted pasts. So this is a war on corruption that will continue, not just against leaders in the opposition or in certain states, but this is a war on corruption per se all across the country.
Okay.
So if any leader who is tainted or otherwise, who is with the BJP or otherwise, who is with our alliance or otherwise, they will have no space in the BJP, nor will they have any space in the larger scheme of things of the Prime Minister's vision for the country. This is the commitment that the Prime Minister himself has repeatedly given to the people of this country.
A Modi
which is
guarantee.
why he is literally worshipped by. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's the Modi guarantee will apply even to those that might be corrupt in your own ranks or perhaps in the ranks of your allies that you have perhaps leaned on to try and get close to that 400 is bar 400 par mark. Okay, fair enough. Let me just broaden this out, because you referred to the fact that the Congress is breaking the bank, promising all sorts of irresponsible welfare measures which it cannot fund. But the Congress says that, look, we don't get funds from the center, and they've made this allegation. The Chief Minister himself has made the allegation, come to Delhi, etc. You know the story. How do you respond to that?
Rahul, this allegation comes in a particular context. And the context is that the Congress party realized after coming to elections that before elections they had made certain irresponsible promises which they cannot fulfill. And the only way to fund them is by creating this drama, or at least a chimera has to be made in front of the people of Karnataka that they are making this attempt, and Modi is stopping the delivery of promises. Let us take two very telling statements. Right after getting elected and realizing that the promises made are irresponsible and impractical, the Deputy Chief Minister said that we will need about 40,000 crore rupees to fulfill these promises, and he told his own party MLAs, widely reported in the media, that this year they do not have funds for development. A few weeks thereafter, the Chief Minister's economic advisor, Basavaraj Rai Reddy, increases the figure from 40,000 to 58,000 crore rupees and says the state government has no funds to deliver on these guarantees. It is thereafter that the Chief Minister decides to conduct this drama in Delhi that Karnataka is being neglected and denied funds. Let me point a factual position on this subject. The 10 years under the UPA government, from 2004 to 2014, Rahul, Karnataka received a total of 88,728 crore rupees. This was what we had collectively got. And under the Modi government, we have got 2,86,000 crore rupees, a nearly 246% increase. Why is the Chief Minister not responding to this factual position? The tax devolution has increased multifold. The devolution of central share of, the centrally sponsored schemes money has increased multifold. The GST compensation has always been given in advance. In fact, Karnataka is one of those only states where there are no dues. And more than 10 lakh crore rupees of infrastructure work, whether it is railways, whether it is highways, whether it is airport construction, is being done in Karnataka. From Vande Bharat trains to doubling of our airports, to AIIMS, to IIT, to Triple IT, to giving 48,000 crores to HAL in Bengaluru, to sanctioning more than 100 kilometers of metro rail in Bengaluru, to suburban rail, expressways, Chennai-Mysore Expressway, Chennai-Bangalore Expressway, Bangalore-Mysore Expressway. All of these infrastructure projects the central government, Modi government has given to Karnataka. So, the allegation that Karnataka is being unfairly treated in terms of devolution of funds is not only factually wrong, but it is also mischievous and, dare I say, dangerous and divisive, because Congress's sitting MP DK Suresh, taking this argument forward, even claimed for a separate southern nation. So this is the context in which this allegation must be seen. It's a political argument and nothing else.
Okay, political argument. You just referred to Mr. Suresh saying that he was championing a divisive argument. So I just want to ask you this, because the Congress constantly says that the people who divide in the name of religion, etc., are the BJP, and that is one of the reasons why the state rejected them and their politics in the assembly election last year. How do you respond to this charge that the Congress has made repeatedly against you?
Rahul, any lay student of Indian history will very categorically tell you that the party that divided the country was the Congress party. They literally made India into two pieces. They are the original party that sanctioned and presided over the vivisection of the country. And the last 70 years of the Congress party's politics has always been an effort to pit one against the other, either in terms of religion, regionalism, language, caste. When has the Congress party ever treated India as one single unity, as one integral unit? If the Congress party abhors attempts at divisiveness and secessionism, why was the Congress's chief Rahul Gandhi seen sympathizing with those people who were chanting Tukde Tukde Bharat slogans? Why is it that the Congress till now has not admonished DK Suresh? Why is it that even as recent as 2 weeks ago, Congress's senior leader and MLC BK Hariprasad said Pakistan is not our enemy state, when the very agenda of Pakistan, the world knows, is to destroy India, bleed India by 1,000 cuts? Why is it if the Congress party abhors division on the basis of language and religion, on the basis of caste, why is it that Rahul Gandhi every single day in his speeches, in his interaction, is trying to divide the people of the country on the basis of caste? Couple of days ago, the video of him trying to divide laborers working on infrastructure projects, building roads, asking them what is your caste, what kind of caste composition is there in the laborers. Why would somebody want to do this? Who can forget that it was the very same Congress party that even came up with this very dangerous idea of conducting a religion-based census for the Indian army?
Okay. So you're saying that this is hypocritical.
I don't understand. I mean,
it's hypocritical to charge the BJP when you have so many skeletons in your cupboard. Okay.
Absolutely, is why the people of the country have rejected the Congress party lock, stock and barrel at the national level, more or less. Karnataka and Tamil Nadu for various factors, which in some cases include our own
so I want to talk to you about that. I want to talk to you about those limitations, because those limitations surfaced again, and I'm sure you're talking a little bit about the, I suppose, internal party feuding that sort of characterized the BJP before it went into the assembly elections. Now, is that going to also play some sort of a role, dampening role in your run-up to the Lok Sabha election campaign? Because I want you to just note this, because I've been doing a little bit of research. Just recently, in the Rajya Sabha election, one of your MLAs decided to switch ranks. So clearly there is still a problem, and there are other factions that question Mr. Bomai. Then there's Yadurappa's son, who has a problem with other leaders in the BJP at the state level. So the party doesn't seem to be presenting a united front.
Rahul, I can only say this much. We have drawn our lessons and learnt our lessons from the defeat of the Vidhan Sabha elections. And this is not a platform where I must be introspecting on the reasons for our defeat. There are multiple platforms available for a party worker like me to introspect on the limitations and shortcomings of what contributed to our loss in Vidhan Sabha elections. This is not a public platform to be doing that. I can only say that we have drawn our lessons, we have learnt our lessons from the losses of the Vidhan Sabha elections. We are today a united and a very spirited fighting force in Karnataka. And in less than 50-60 days, you will see historic results from every seat in Karnataka.
Okay, so just very quickly.
There will be a lot of even surprises. And if the Congress party does not manage to even get a single seat in Karnataka, do not be surprised, Rahul.
Okay, that's a very big claim. That's a very, very big claim by Tejasvi Surya. He's talking about a complete 28 out of 28 blank for the Congress Mukt Karnataka at the Lok Sabha level. But let me just ask you, because your confidence stems from a variety of reasons. One is a very tactical alliance you have done with the JDS, the Prime Minister's own track record and the fact that he will be on the ticket. But just a month ago, the Congress won an MLC bypoll against the BJP-JDS alliance. I mean, both of you came. So many people thought that was a bellwether, that was a test. How do you explain this setback?
Well, see, that was a teachers' constituency election, and the electorate is different, the issues are different, the way the voters approach that election is different. This is a general election, and like you very rightly said yourself, this is the Prime Minister Modi on the ticket. So people know that this is the country's election. The next 25 years of the country's future is going to be decided. The Prime Minister is intensely popular, immensely popular all across the state. From Bidar to Chamrajnagar, he is the most influential political figure, most loved political figure in the state. From all age groups, across all age groups, the Prime Minister has a massive following. And Rahul, if you also, because you're a very senior veteran journalist, you would have also seen that even those social segments which otherwise would vote for the Congress party or vote for, say, Siddaramaiah in the state elections, also overwhelmingly vote for the Prime Minister in the general elections. So all of these factors are there. But most importantly, let me tell you, there are 2-3 factors. One, the massive popularity of the Prime Minister for the person that he is.
Okay.
And that is something that the people of Karnataka massively respect. Second, the delivery of good governance of the Modi government, whether it is massive infrastructure projects which have literally transformed certain regions, whether it is irrigation, whether it is transport, whether it is highways, expressway, Vande Bharat trains, airports, all of these things, or whether it is the social sector schemes which has actually impacted the poor, the lower middle class family in a very positive way. This is the second factor. The third factor is that the Bharatiya Janata Party is a very, very strong, organized electoral unit in the state.
Okay. Well, Tejasvi Surya, as always, thank you for speaking to me. We will be catching up, of course, a little later as the campaign gets underway, and I'll hope to meet you in Bengaluru when you're campaigning and, of course, in other parts of Karnataka. Thank you very much. Thank you. Brilliant. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Namaste.
You.